Hello, Vermonters. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad to be back in this awkward circumstance as a farmer, but I want to talk to you more about the law. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is John Clark. Some people have asked. And I'm trying to help create an alternative resource for Vermonters to learn about what's really happening in their state, because you won't learn about it in your mainstream media. In fact, they'll lie to you about it, as our government agents, particularly in our schools. So as I've been writing in some articles on True North Reports and elsewhere, the critical race theory and other things have totally infested, and that's the word, our schools. And they are upending our entire American tradition. And it's a political ideology. It's really quite more like a religion or a cult. And I'll be writing more about this, but also about the technologies that are being used on our children. These track their eye movements, they can track their moods, they can track. You can get technologies now in the RFID chips that are using cows to track how many times they chew and how far they walk. The amount of data that can be gathered on our children and then given away to be distributed on a market that's a multi-billion-dollar market is also sensor data that is used to then study how children can be impacted with social justice theory. And you get into a whole world of different levels of that. This gets into gender, into transgenderism, into sexuality for very young children, how to condition them about how they view their own and other sexuality. It's all really, again, a moral indoctrination of children. And it's being done at the risk of their mental health with no study of the technological impacts, not just on things like all the eye contact or the stimulation of the eyes from the radiation itself or from the anxiety disorders. How about the gamification of education? How about using technology, tech ed it's called, to literally engage children to learn more, but making them addicted to the learning as well as addicted to the behavior changing indoctrination of social justice theory, so that instead of learning civility and other virtues, they're being conditioned to be angry and go out and find targets to hate on. That's what's being done. And then the same technology will be used to track people's social justice scores to see if they're good humans or not. This is what's happening in our schools. Please read the articles that I'll be posting. There'll be a series of articles, different places. Please research it for yourselves. And they're also going to displace teachers that don't agree with this. You'll be replaced. And if you're an older teacher and you can't get up with the technology, they're developing through artificial intelligence technologies to replace teachers. They can do better than you. And teachers are social actors. Facebook is a social actor. And the future teachers will be perhaps computerized social actors. At the advancement of a totalitarian control and huge benefits for big tech, big profits for big corporations, no benefits to the environment here and everybody having a computer. So please study it for yourselves. Your parents are your children, I beg your pardon, are in the balance. And there's an experiment being unfolded upon all of them, and it's well underway. And so we'll be having a meeting actually on October 30th at the State House at noon to discuss children's rights about these and other issues, and masking and vaccines and other things as pertain to children in our schools. It's a really important issue, and I'm really delighted that Vermonters are getting informed for themselves. Nothing sweeter than Vermont liberty. And it'll be flushed right down the toilet, as we see it already is, if we don't get in there and find out what they're doing with our kids. So thank you for listening. Have a great day.